What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back again with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Shaq, a person I battle off my Discord server. So if you guys are interested in the Sun and Moon Battle and Trade Discord chat room, and a place to hang out and find Wi-Fi battles and meet new people, then definitely check out my Discord server. A link is in the description. Now today I'm packing a pretty fun Psychic Terrain team because I finally got around to breeding some new Pokemon because I've actually had pink eye for the past 3 days and want to die, but the time off of work has allowed me to have more time to breed, and my opponent's packing a pretty scary, PU team featuring, Mesprit and the balanced Shell Smasher Barbecue, my favorite, and he also has Pharisee, which is just really obnoxious, but I'm very hypocritical because I'm also using some fairly balanced Pokemon, such as, Sword Stance Barrel, which somehow manages to get, +4 attack, and the lowest tier possible, yeah, that's balanced, So yeah, turn one of my opponent's going to lead off with Mesprit, as I'm going to lead off with my Electros, which is somehow also in the PU tier, a Pokemon with 0 weaknesses besides Moldburger Earthquake, and it's just sitting right here in front of us, so thank you. So this moveset's actually an Acid Spray set with, Acid Spray, Volt Switch, Flamethrower, and Knockoff, because I don't know why I have Knockoff instead of Giga Drain, but it's okay. We're going to bring Gallade here onto the Mesprit, as now my opponent's going to get some lefties. Oh yeah, I have Knockoff because Acid Spray forces switches. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I feel like a third special type coverage may be better on an Acid Spray set. Whatever the case may be, I'm going to go for Knockoff here and knock off the Mesprit's leftovers, as now my opponent's just going to try to whittle me down with Psychic. I think that was kind of a misplaced staying in against Gallade, but then again, he doesn't really have switches to Gallade, because Gallade's a fair and balanced Pokemon into the PU tier. So in comes a legit shiny Beast Ball Barbaracle, because it's definitely possible to catch Pinnacle in Gen 7, as now we're actually going to go for Knockoff, and he's not going to lose an item, which immediately tells me Z move, which is very good to know, and that's why using Knockoff blindly like that is very good for scouting, since I know the Barbaracle is pretty much Z move now guaranteed. But yeah, he's actually going to make a very nice play pivoting into close combat onto the Haunter. That was pretty obvious, but I didn't want to risk going for Zen Headbutt and giving him a Shell Smash or something, so I never know. But yeah, now my opponent's going to go for a Sludge Bomb here, and it's not going to poison me, thankfully. And I don't want to overprotect early game, because my opponents know how I play because they likely watch my videos, so I'm already at a slight disadvantage because they know my playstyle. So if I overprotect until they're just, expecting me to overprotect, they'll definitely fuck me over, especially with my high risk, high reward teams. It's never a good idea for me to overprotect early on in the battle, but that doesn't stop me. Anyway, and my opponent's going to switch out of Hitmonchan here and bring in Seed. I feel like my opponent was typing in Seed, and then it's wait a minute. I stopped at 4 letters. I was gonna ask him about the nickname, but I decided not to. I just let the nickname speak for itself, honestly. But now I'm gonna bring on my Gallade here because Psychic Terrain is set up finally. I was trying to get an opportunity to set it up. Nice level 9 Musharna. It's awesome. Freaking Musharna is level 9. I EV trained it and it's level 9. I love EV training stuff at really low levels because it looks really funny in the PC box. You have a freaking level 21 Pokemon, level 21 Gallade. It's great. I love it so much. But yeah, Ferroseed's gonna reveal Protect. Not too surprising because Leech Seed Protect is pretty common on Ferroseed, unless you're me, because running Protect is for pussies. We don't do that crap. And now my opponent's gonna bring in Mesprit here onto my Gallade, expecting a close combat once again, and thinking that after Leech Seed she can tank another. Oh no! I am actually a Z move, and I'm not even all out pummeling. I'm actually Shattered Psych E. It's either Shattered Psych or Shattered Psyche. I'm not too sure which it is because I'm not smart. But we're going to go for Shattered Psych E and just throw Mesprit into a wall, and it's going to destroy the Mesprit. Goodbye. That was probably overkill, but I wanted to punish whatever switching he was going to throw out there because it was probably going to one-shot everything because it's freaking stacked while Stab and Psychic Terrain and Gallade's ridiculously high attack stats, so it probably would have one-shot everything, including Ferroseed, including everything everything besides Ferroseed. I apologize for my lack of English skills, but here we are. But now, I figured that Kadabra would scare out Haunter because Sash Kadabra's on every team, so I'm going to expect the switch into Ferroseed, go over Hidden Power Fire, and Hidden Power Fire does do a lot of damage that was very respectable, as now I'm going to go for Stab Psychic here and just knock out the Ferroseed in case she wants to pivot out, or he wants to pivot out, but down goes the Ferroseed, thankfully, as now my opponent's going to bring back in the Haunter. I'm like, what are you doing? I outspeed you and I one-shot you, and I have Focus Sash Kappa, but he said he damage calced it and found out I was Life Orb, so nice try, and then I got wrecked by Shadow Ball, so I'm like, no! Yeah, it was pretty bad. Anyway, we're going to switch out here and bring in Believe, my V-Barrel, This is actually a view barrel I recently EV trained. It's pretty cool. It's supposed to be based around terrains, as you guys will see in a few minutes. But now my opponent's gonna bring in Hitmonchan. That was very obvious. He doesn't want to give this thing free sword stances, so I'm gonna double switch into Musharna. It was either Hitmonchan or Ferroseed. Either way, I can set up Psychic Terrain on both of those. Now you guys may be wondering, why are you setting up Psychic Terrain when your Psychic types are dead, and why did you let your Psychic types die when you're using a Psychic Terrain team? Now, I don't have an answer to the second question because, good question, I don't really know why I let my Psychic types die, but I still have use for Psychic Terrain, as you guys will see. I'm not going to spoil it just yet, but some of you VGC players might know what's about to happen already, but I mean, if you're not a VGC player, chances are you have no idea what's about to happen. So, in comes Regirock here onto the Hyper Voice, and it's not going to do any damage because I am Spadef Regirock. With Impish Nature, it's pretty cool because Impish Nature gives you so much defense by itself. It gives you like at least 40 points, I'm pretty sure, just because of Regirock's base stat. And then having Max Spadef Investment allows you to take most special type attacks that aren't like freaking rain boosted attacks, you know what I mean? So, set up my Stealth Cocks finally, 6 minutes in. Never too late to set up them Stealth Cocks, you feel me? As now Hitmonchan's in here, and I'm like, okay, he's probably going to go for Rapid Spin because he has a Pyroar. So I got that play correctly, and now I'm able to go for my Yellow Magic. I figured he'd either expect Musharna to switch in, or he'd go for Rapid Spin, and either of those works because they weren't Drain Punch. So we're able to get that play correctly, and I know I can just face tank Drain Punch anyway because I'm Regirock, and unless the thing's like Choice Banded, like Adamant Boom, like it's not going to do any sizable amount of damage to me. As that does under half, like that actually does under half because I took previous damage or prior damage, so now I'm able to retaliate with the counter. And yes guys, I definitely legitimately got this Regirock. I traded it for Ruby and Sapphire into my Fire Red copy, taught it counter, and then transferred it up 4 generations, and here we are, the Faceless Regirock, totally legitimate, like this Barbaracle that just gets sent out. And now I'm just like, well, I think I lose because Barbecue, as I like to call it, is a fairly balanced Pokemon, and it gets Shell Smash. I think any Shell Smash Pokemon is absolutely busted unless it's Marcargo. And now I'm going to go for the Yellow Magic here, just because I need to paralyze this thing if I even stand a chance, because I know he's not going to let me counter him. And, I mean, Thunder Wave is my best bet against it, and he still outseeds the entirety of my team even after T-Waves, so it kind of blows. But he's going to miss the Razor Shell because, it has 95% accuracy, and, I can relate. I've missed Razor Shell before. I've uploaded a video where I've missed Razor Shell. I think I used Barbaracle too, where I used missed Razor Shell. So I think the opponent actually missed Razor Shell, if I recall correctly. I don't even know. But yeah, Razor Shell is going to knock me out, but it doesn't knock me out because I live at 1 HP. I'm really good at that. Like, I don't even mean to. I'm just like, okay, Regirock's dead. I'm looking at my bottom screen. Who's being sent out? And then I realized that the Barbecue did not kill me, and then I killed it, and I'm like, oh. Interesting. Okay, so now my opponent's going to bring in the Pyroar here. That miss definitely mattered because it allowed me to live, but he was still paralyzed, so it was debatable. He would have been paralyzed down the line at some point because Yellow Magic does work in its wonderful ways. So Fire Blast going to roast me alive, and down goes my Regirock. I'm assuming this thing's Choice Specs because he's running Scarf Haunter, so I'm going to bring in Cantus Fetus here, hoping I can take 1 Specs Fire Blast, as I should be able to because Musharna has pretty nice defensive. So my opponent is going to go for Fire Blast here. I should be able to tank it relatively nicely, as thankfully we're actually able to tank it better than I thought, as now I'm able to reapply the Psychic Terrain. Now you guys are probably still confused, like, okay, you set up the Psychic Terrain just to have it go away last time, why are you setting it up again? But the big difference this time is that both the Ferroseed and the Hitmonchan are gone. Both of them are gone, which means I can finally send out my last Pokemon, my Barrel, and send this thing back in, and now I can show you why I have Psychic Terrain on this team, or I have no Psychic Terrain works with Barrel, because I have the Psychic Seed, and then I realized something, that maybe I should have used this on the Grassy Terrain team, but unfortunately it did not yet exist because I didn't quite think about Barrel using these seeds in the terrains until the other day. So yeah, we're gonna get the Curse here, and we have +2 Fizz-Dive and +2 Spadaf, so we're pretty bulky at the moment. And let's see how much damage I take from the Sludge Bomb. I have a lot of Spadaf investment, by the way, so I should be able to face tank that. What was that damage? Did you guys see that damage? I even crit him too, which probably didn't maybe matter, but you guys saw that damage. It did not matter at all. As now my opponent's gonna bring a Pyroar here, and it looks like a Barrel clean up for me. I don't think Specs Pyroar has the juice to knock me out, and yeah, I should be able to win this game with the Barrel. Hyper Voice shouldn't be able to knock me out unless he crits me, and I'm like, oh. I love this game. So now I'm able to bring in Mitsuki once again. Nice Boruto reference for you guys. And now I can just go take a hyper voice, hoping, because you know I'm assault blast. But I think this game's over. Barrel dying there kind of fucked me over big time. But then Razor Shaw missing from my opponent kind of fucked him over. I even get a revenge crit. Like there was 3 crits in a row there. Like what? What? What is this game? And hyper voice going to knock me out. No crit needed, and we're going to lose to Shaq. But that ending of the battle was just a freaking hacks war, and he won the hacks war. So that was a pretty fun battle regardless of the outcome. I hope you guys did enjoy this Wi-Fi battle, as it was a lot of fun. I haven't had this much fun in a battle in a while. If you guys did enjoy this Wi-Fi battle and want to support the channel, please be sure to leave a like on the video, as it is the best way to show your support towards the YouTube channel, and I really, really appreciate it. Anyways, the question of the day is going to be, PU has been released for about 2 weeks now. Now, which Pokemon do you guys think, from watching my PU Wi-Fi battles and playing PU on your own time, should get banned from PU? Now, stop looking at Gallade. I know, I feel really bad for using it, but look, I was using Psychic Terrain with the Gallade, so I felt obligated to, and I didn't have a Psychic type attack on my Wonder Room Gallade, so I had to use my freaking Mega Gallade and freaking give it some Headbutt. So yeah, we're using, I think Gallade should get banned. I really think it should get suspect tested or quick ban, because it's pretty powerful, and I definitely think Mesprit should definitely be looked at, because considering we've seen it in almost every single PU battle up to date, it definitely, you know, throws a red flag that maybe this Pokemon is not fair and balanced. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the Wi-Fi battle. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. I'll check you guys next time. Bye!
See ya!